Hey everybody, Jay here. We got Homestead Jim here. We're going back as promised. We got the splitter hooked up to the heavy Chevy. We're gonna split the rest of that oak and fill up the truck for another load of the free roadside wood. So we'll see you when you guys get there.
What happened?
Oh.
Was your gas off?
Yeah.
Do you have a primer button?
No. I'll tell you what a start. Starting the splitter with the gas off, you're only going to get so far doing that. So, needless to say, I'm going to speed this thing. I'm going to speed it up. Obviously, the county line is not the fastest. It works, but it's not the fastest. So, we're just going to speed it up here, do a little time lapse. But basically, what I was doing is we're just splitting the wood enough to get it home. We're not doing like final size, final production wood here on the side of the road. We're just splitting it enough to safely lift it and not blow our backs out, because these are big heavy oak and maple rounds. So that's what we're doing here. But needless to say, it's good wood. I was very surprised at how clean it was. A little punky on the outsides on some of the pieces, but overall I'd give it like 90-something% as far as quality. Very, very good stuff. But I think I mentioned it in the towards the end of the video. I didn't realize that it was 2 trees. The first group of wood that I hauled out of there was all maple. And I didn't really realize this till we get home, but I'm kind of saying it now. But this stuff, what I'm splitting right now, the big stuff we skidded out, that's oak. These were oak logs, as you could tell by the color, red oak. And the ones I did prior was maple. So can't complain there. Very, very good stuff. I'm very happy. I appreciate Dad coming up. I'm actually surprised that we were able to come back first thing the next day and none of the rounds were missing, which was kind of nice. Somebody left me a comment last video. I hope the wood's still there when you go back. So maybe somebody stopped and looked at it and realized they couldn't lift it up. So I'm not sure, but we lucked out. But anyways, talking a little bit about this style, I like to just, when Dad's with me splitting, I try to feed him pieces, and you'll see this when we get back, when we're doing the production wood. But for now, I like to split him some pieces. I throw in a couple. I don't expect him to throw all of them in, but we make it work. My father and I know how to work together. We've been doing this for years now, and I've been helping him with other stuff. Oh, trust me, there's been plenty of headbutting between my father and I. I mean, who doesn't butt heads? But anyways, let's just tune in again to give you an idea of like real speed. We were here for a little bit, but hey, it's all good. So let's listen in. So I'm thinking about modifying this county line. The splitting wedge is only maybe, I think it's like 6 inches. And what I realize is when I split the big rounds like this, occasionally there are still some fibers left on the far side. Naturally, makes sense. So I think I want to make or have fabbed or maybe try to weld up myself. But I want to try to weld basically an extension on the splitting head there, so it goes out maybe another 6 inches, and then maybe we can modify the pad at the bottom. I'm not sure. I want to get into welding and doing a little bit of fab work, so I think that might be our ticket. But that piece right there, the one I'm splitting now, looks like hell, but in the inside it's completely clean, perfectly good wood, and some of the bark was falling off, which is nice. So this tree must have been down for Right there, see all the bark coming off? The tree must have been down for at least 3 months or so, maybe. I don't know, maybe somebody can correct me, but I faintly remember them doing the tree work in this area, but I'm not sure. Either way, it's good firewood. Let's go ahead and show the aftermath, and then we'll be back at the house. All right, folks, so there you have it. Hard to believe all that wood was just tucked in there. Let's show you how much. Let's show you. All right, Al Heavy Chevy is packed. We put some boiler cuts at the end, and then we got that production firewood. This was all left to just rot. What a shame. At least now we can put it to use. We already got that first trip. This is our second trip. Dad and I are done now. Not bad for probably 4 hours worth of time. Can't complain at all. All right, we'll see you back at the house.
Oh, fuel.
So there's multiple ways to skin a cat, if you will. When Dad is here helping me, I like to, if you watch me, I just keep rotating the piece of firewood and giving him a piece. There's a couple different ways you can split the wood. I like to just skim off the sides here, and then you get those nice barkless pieces in the middle. But either way, it keeps him busy, and I feed him usable pieces. So I don't want to be... You can split the round directly in half, and then dice it up again, but it's way easier for me to shave off some sides here. Shave off the sides, go 360 around. You're moving the wood a little bit more, but it's not the end of the world. So if you watch here, I keep rotate, 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 rotate. So I'm pretty much barkless at a certain point, which is how I like to do it. It's quick, it's not bad. These rounds weren't too heavy. So this is all the maple. This is the first few trees I skidded out. And I didn't really put two and two together until I loaded the wood, and then I skidded out the big logs. That's when I realized that, well, I said, whoa, this is oak. Not, I thought it was all maple. So even better. I was expecting maple, and I got oak. And oak, I think, takes longer to dry, but it is the far superior wood. So this is going to be a primo rack full of firewood. Cannot complain there. And any piece that had some funk, I just throw in a pile and burn in the boiler. There's literally no waste. I absolutely love firewood, and I love having the boiler because there is no waste at all. I see some guys who do wood production and splitting. They end up burning these big ugly chunks and pieces and whatnot, and it's I don't know. Anyways, let's listen in for a little bit. So right there is what I was talking about. There was a few fibers on the very top that were holding on. So I think if that splitting wedge was a little bit taller, it would help mitigate that problem. Plus, I also want to fabricate some type of four-way when we get into splitting just boiler wood, because I am not picky when it comes to boiler wood. But this is all 16-inch split production firewood. As you can see here, this is real time of how I basically just keep quartering, keep turning around to give Dad a piece to stack. So I don't know. I want to make some. I can't afford a new splitter right now. See right there was some fibers at the top, like I was talking about. So I think a taller wedge would be sweet, and then if we added a four-way, I think that would be even cooler. So look at this wood though, left on the side of the road to rot. What an absolute sham that is. What a disgrace. This stuff is premium. Look at these pieces that are coming off this splitter. driving by and looking at those logs, I went, those are probably not good. I almost passed this up, and I'm like, screw it. I thought maybe if they were a little bit more punky, we would just use it as boiler wood. But the fact that we got a half a cord for our efforts is a beautiful thing. Right here, I split this piece off because this is all the funk, and that'll be a boiler log. I toss it in the boiler pile, and look what you're left with. A beautiful square piece of red oak. Look at pop. Splits like absolute nothing. What a great day. Great day working with Dad. He likes it. He enjoys it. I put him to work when he comes up. So, yeah, needless to say, very lucky. But, yeah, let's listen in again. We're almost done. I'll tell you, I'll say it again. If you do not have a picaroon, that tool that's on the bench, the back of the truck there, you need it. To get rounds out of the truck, it is the best tool for it. So we're just about done, so let's wrap up. All right, stack master, huh? Look at that stack job. Nice job. So they definitely, that first half was maple. I could tell by the way it split, and then we got into the dark red oak there. So they must have taken down 2 trees there. But needless to say, we got a half a cord of wood for our effort today. So about $170 worth of wood. She actually gave us she gave me $100 for taking the wood, and even though it was for free. And this is what we still have left in the truck, so can't complain. So what do you think, Dad? Pretty nice stuff.
It's really nice.
Yeah, that red oak smells really good. So all right, folks, thanks for watching. God bless. I'd like to thank Homestead Jim for coming up, putting him to work as always. So not a bad day around here.
Go home
So
and take my Tylenol.
yeah, go home and take your Tylenol and all your other old man medicine. So all right, God bless, guys. Thanks for watching, and like I always say, we will see you guys out in the woods. Hey, come here. You ready to help? Show me.
Whoa. Okay, put your shoe back on.
I can't do it.
Let me see.
Oh, we gotta try that again. You here to help, pal?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you got? You gonna cut some wood? Go ahead, go show me. Cut some wood in the pile. Grab it.